So we're just going to do real quick. Illoai does get buffed. She's going to be super annoying. Now you're going to have to see a lot more Illoai, and getting her effect, being able to like stack up, get really fast and very quickly is going to be very complicated and very difficult. Katarina is getting a small nerf. This is probably accounting for the fact that when she summons, she gets a blade. And then we have the Super Mega Death Rocket's getting a little bit of a nerf, 4 damage, 2-3 damage, which is pretty fair. I think Jix is pretty overwhelming when she's able to get to that stack. The Kayle Cultist Origin 3 was too quickly for Cultist. Aatrox Design, 3 different Darkens. This is going to be very difficult to summon Aatrox or to draw Aatrox with that passive. Now we have Quietus. It was very hard. Now kill with 2 or less power, kill with 4 total power and health. The Nagakoroboros, I cannot pronounce this, I'm so sorry. It's going to be from burst to a focus, which I easily prefer. I like that it's only being done during your turn and not easily able to impact the whole map or the whole fight when someone chooses to attack. We have the Power Canyon going from 0 to 1 mana. This is easily incredibly fair. Being able to discard the moment in the beginning, in the very first round, and then being able to summon another unit was very frustrating to play against when you are having to deal with it. We have Apprentice going from 1-1 to 1-2. All of these changes really explicitly for Ornn. We have the Artisan getting a little bit of a buff. The Mender from 5-5 to a 4-5, but a little bit of nerf, but then be able to do 2 forges. We also have other buff changes. Maokai is getting a 1-4 to a 2-4, making him a little bit more reliable. Jax gains Overwhelm, going from not having any abilities to now having Overwhelm. We have Fishfy gains Weapon Master, kind of a very confusing one, but hopefully this one might be a little bit explained. Gains Weapon Master. I don't really play a lot of Jax, so it's hard for me to explain that one. Tristana gains Impact. This one's pretty reliable. Tristana is kind of a mid-play kind of character. You don't play her a lot. Shard of Reverence is going to go from refill 2 spell mana to refill all spell mana. Just going to do flat out the 3. The 3 mana is going to get to 2 mana for the Shadow Swift. Kind of fair. I know that they kind of want to play him more, and there are recall abilities or recall spells in the game, so this kind of felt like a little fair of a thing. Lysandra is going to go from when I'm summon a Frozen Thrall to when I'm summon a Frozen Thrall and advance to 2, which makes Lysandra a lot more reliable. We have Hate Spike from 2 damage to 3 damage. Dragon Caller from 6 mana to 5 mana. Lucian 2 mana, 3-2, 1 mana, 2-1. It's going to be really big for Lucian. He's a very aggressive deck, and considering that Vayne was added to the game, Vayne felt a lot more reliable than Lucian, and now I can imagine Lucian being played a lot more. A little bit more rather, because he's also going to be reduced to 1 health. We have Albus Pharaohs going from dealing 1 damage to dealing 3. We have Weight of Judgment, 4 mana to deal 7 to a follower, to 3 mana to deal 4 to a follower. Kind of alright. Shyvana, I see dragons deal 12 damage to I see dragon allies deal 16 plus damage this game. This is very important considering when I see is only when she's in play, and allies overall means that she's going to be more impactful throughout the whole game. Shyvana level 2 is going to be from 3 mana Strafing Strike to 2 mana Strafing Strike. That's just another buff to Shyvana. Master Yi have dealt 12 plus damage to allied Master Yi's have dealt 12 damage. This is very important, as Master Yi sometimes can rank up, but it's very hard for him to like pick up steam since he does that very easily, only having 3 health. Now we also have Kayle going from 6 mana, 2-6, doesn't self buff to 5 mana, 1-5, summon buff hits self. This is very important. Kayle has not been played, and she's been very underwhelming considering the other Kayn and Aatrox who were super overwhelming. And I'm really happy that Kayle got all these changes. Which changes do you think is the most impactful, and which one do you think is going to affect the game the most moving forward? Leave it in the comments. Bye!